Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Happier Life podcast. I'm your host, Clare Deacon. After deciding survival wasn't enough, I set out on a path to live my best life. I wanted to thrive. Now I'm on a mission to support others. Think you're not good enough, confident enough, brave enough? I'm here to tell you you are, and you can achieve anything. This is your time, so let's do this. Hello and welcome to the Happier Life podcast. I'm Clare Deacon, positive psychology expert, trauma-informed coach, and someone who spent years unlearning the belief that being easy to love means being easy to tolerate everything. Today we're talking about relationships, the real kind, the ones you want to feel fulfilling, reciprocal, nourishing, but that often end up draining, confusing, or even one-sided. This episode isn't about finding the one or fixing other people. It's about showing up in your relationships, all of them, in a way that honors your needs and your nervous system. Because thriving in relationships isn't just about communication skills or emotional intelligence, it's about safety. And a lot of us haven't felt truly safe in connection for a very long time. Let's be honest, most of us weren't taught how to do this. We learned how to manage relationships, not how to be in them. We learned how to keep things calm, keep others happy, and keep ourselves quiet. If you were the emotional caretaker in your family, peacekeeper, the responsible one, the sponge for everyone else's moods, you probably built your whole sense of safety around how well you could anticipate other people's needs. In doing this, you become exceptional at empathy and perhaps a bit estranged from your own truth, your own feelings. And so now, as an adult, receiving love can actually feel uncomfortable because if love wasn't safe or consistent growing up, your nervous system won't really fully trust it now. It won't feel that calm. You'll find ways to manage it, to test it, and at times overgive for it. Anything but simply receive and sit in that space. It's not dysfunction, it's a form of adaptation that you have learned. It's your survival process in relationships. And the work now is to gently come back to yourself in a way that feels calm and safe and soothing, and bring that version of you into your relationships so that you have that authenticity, both for yourself and in connecting with others. So, what does it mean to really thrive in relationships? Let's start off, first of all, with a reframe. It's not about always being calm, easygoing, or agreeable. It's not about finding the right script or setting perfect boundaries. It's about being able to show up with your truth, your whole self, and still feel safe. And when that safety isn't present, it's about knowing how to return to yourself without shame. And it might be something where you want to look at the boundaries that you have in place. And last week's episode was all about boundary setting. So, because relationships aren't just emotional, they're physiological. Co-regulation is the nervous system's way of saying, we are okay here. In healthy connections, our systems tune into each other. You feel that sense of ease, a sense of clarity, of being held without having to explain or justify your existence. When that's missing, what often replaces it is that vigilance. You're constantly scanning for tone changes. You're trying to manage their feelings. You cushion your words. You look at keeping the peace, but lose your peace in the process. And when that happens often enough, your system will start to associate connection with exhaustion. It also reinforces a message to your self-worth that you're not good enough to show up as the person that you are, that you have to keep yourself small, that you need to keep quiet in certain circumstances, that other people's needs overtake your own. So here's something I share with clients all the time. It's not that you're bad at relationships, you're just used to surviving them. And surviving relationships takes a lot of energy. It takes constant output, emotional filtering, squashing down how you're really feeling, what you're really thinking. You're having to double edit your truth. Thriving, on the other hand, is quieter, softer. It lets you relax in the relationship, not just react. You can find that place of calm where you can just be who you are, not rethinking and considering what you say, feel, and do. So, how do we shift towards that kind of connection? To start, we need to build trust with ourselves. So, it starts with us first. Because when you trust that you'll meet your own needs, you stop outsourcing that safety to people who can't give it. That might sound like this: I'm feeling overlooked in this dynamic. I need to bring that into the open. Or this relationship hasn't felt safe for a while and I need to take some space. Maybe simply as things are feeling off right now and I need to just take a step back. Sometimes that doesn't need to be verbalized. And look, I know the moment you think about saying that, everything in your system might light up. It will set off those alarms because growth feels risky when you're used to relationships built on performance. It feels risky when it's a change from how you normally behave. But if you want something different, you need to do things differently. So here's a small but powerful practice you can use. So before you speak, pause and ask, am I being clear or am I cushioning my truth to protect their feelings? So, are you saying and showing up with what you mean to say, or are you diluting the message? If it's the latter, you have more choices than you think. You can still speak gently, but you can speak honestly. Now, not all relationships will survive that kind of honesty because they may have been built on something that didn't allow for a connection to be made, and that's okay. Sometimes people will step up, they will grow with you, they will relearn how to meet you in a new way. Other times they'll shrink from the discomfort, they'll push back, or they'll drift. That's not the relationship they were looking for. They might be looking for a relationship that offers them an imbalance between your voice and theirs. So that's not always a tragedy. It's clarity. It doesn't mean you failed. It means the version of you who tolerated that old pattern isn't leading the relationship anymore. And if you're feeling unsure about how to navigate those shifts, whether to stay, to speak, or to step away, this isn't something you have to figure out alone. Sometimes it takes a thoughtful, quiet space to say, I don't know what's happening in this dynamic, but I know it's costing me something. So if that's where you are, I invite you to book a free chat with me. It's just a place for you to land and be heard without performance or pressure. So let me leave you with this. You don't have to earn your place in someone's life by disappearing inside of you. You're allowed to have your needs. The preferences that you have make up who you are. They're that unique recipe that makes you, that finds your happier. They're your boundaries, your limits, your emotions. You're allowed to have all of them and still belong. And you don't need to keep contorting yourself to hold on to relationships that don't hold you back. You deserve relationships that feel real, even when they're not easy, that feel honest, even when they're messy, that feel like home, not like a test. If this episode stirred something in you, come and share. You can message me directly or book in that chat. I'm here for the parts that feel too big, too scary to carry alone. So until next time, take good care of you. If you've enjoyed this episode, ensure you hit subscribe, head on over to my website, happyacoach.com, sign up for the weekly newsletter, and let me support you in living a happier life. I'm your host, Clare Deacon. Thank you for listening. Have a fabulous day.